Good morning. It is 4:22 and you're probably thinking, what are you doing up dressed out at this time in November? Well, we're off down to the Big Smoke again, down to London Village. We're going to the farmers gathering, procession, protest, is it? So we're driving into Birmingham, getting on the train from there, but I'm going picking up a guest on the way. Alright. It's Morgan. The man, the mullet, the legend. In the pants. I'll not put that on YouTube. Made it on the motorway. It was snow's coming in, to be fair. It was a little bit treacherous, but we're at the Brummie Bull in Birmingham New Street Station. Morgan's got a lovely what is it you've got?
It's a mocha.
It's a mocha.
With cream. With cream.
With cream, sorry, yeah. And then Flo's with us as well.
Definitely.
And then we're just going to jump on the train down to the Big Smoke. We're on the train then heading down to London. Some of you might be thinking, why is a bee farmer going down to a farmers protest or something like that? The reason being, showing some support, because out of 50 odd of our sites that we use throughout the season, only one of those isn't on farmland. So my point of view is, with this new Labour budget and the inheritance tax scheme that they've put in there, either farmers would have to face a hefty inheritance tax bill every time the family gets handed down, or they would have to start selling land off in order to pay that bill. So inevitably that will start affecting people like myself and ultimately hobby beekeepers as well, because the majority of beekeepers end up with hives on farmland. So if each one of our farm owners or landowners has to start selling land off, ultimately at some point we will start losing sites, and if my kids want to start taking over the business in the years to come, that's certainly going to affect them as well.
So Stu's down at the Bee Farmers Rally down in London, so we've just nipped up to one site, back with our Simon the beekeeper fondant. Just going to feed up the two hives here, and I'm not sure whether you can see, but it's absolutely freezing. Snow fell last night. There's stunning views out front. One sec.
Say it, sorted. Just around the embankment then, just making our way topside. So that just teaching Morgan a little bit of underground etiquette, keeping right on the escalator as he's found out. But really busy, obviously in rush hour, but starting to see quite a lot of ridgeline jackets and a lot of tweed. At last some fresh air, so we've just come out on Whitehall. So here we are, just walking down to Downing Street. So you might not yet see it, but where the cenotaph is and the black gates sign, that's Downing Street. And we're just going up to meet the rest of the procession, the rest of the crowds. And it's lashing down for a change. It's great to see this cenotaph. You might have seen it on TV last week for remembrance. All the poppies are still laid out by the cenotaph.
So please, give Kemi and Victoria Atkins the loudest cheer you've got.
I'm going to start off with a simple message. This policy is cruel, it is unfair, and it is going to destroy farming as we know it.
Come on, Jeremy.
He's a bit steady these days.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Great turnout. Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Ollie. Hello, everybody. You're right, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be talking. But we got a few things to say. And I'm going to start with a bit of honesty. I lived in London 25, 30 years. And when I was here, like a lot of people who live in cities and go on Twitter, I thought farmers drove around in Range Rovers, moaning, until February, and then you all went skiing. And then about 5 years ago, I started farming. And I've come to understand just how unbelievably difficult it is. Very little money, as you know. And then we got the budget. I got to get the brakes on. The trouble is I'm off my tits on codeine and paracetamol up here. For the sake of everybody here, and for all the farmers who are stuck at home today, paralysed by a fog of despair over what's been foisted upon them, I beg of the government to be big, to accept that this was rushed through, it wasn't thought out, and it's a mistake.
So after a busy day in London yesterday, we're back at it. So it was a long day, but really shocked, well not shocked, just impressed with it, with the turnout. It was absolutely massive. So I spoke to Wally a few days prior and I said, how many are you expecting at this rally? He said 10,000 or so. By all accounts, there was over 40,000 farmers made the pilgrimage down to London yesterday to show Starmer the Farmer Hammer. So well done to everybody who turned up and supported. It was a massive event and a massive PR thing. So like I said, back at it today though, back feeding bees. So back to collect these last 4 nukes up at Taylor's, and we're just going to stick some fondant on these 2 hives here. I'm tempted to just put half a block on each, and then it's done now for the next couple of weeks. I can rest easy because it's not really on my usual route this, so I've got to come out the way a bit. So stick quite a bit on, and then peace of mind and all they're okay. What have you come to do, girls?
I'm going to feed bees.
You've come to feed the bees?
Yeah.
Are you helping Daddy at work?
Yeah.
So we've been obviously come from Taylor's now, and it's just a case of chopping fondant and it's going on top of the feeders. So I'll be completely honest with you, some of these nukes are very light. Although they've been having weekly feed of syrup. Obviously it's too late now, it's gone freezing cold. As you can see, we've still got frost on the ground. Although this is a great summer apiary and gets full sun, in winter, as you can see, we're actually struggling to get any sunlight whatsoever on this. So we'll see how it goes as an overwintering site. It's not ideal, we would like some sun on them at some point in the day, but the bees are fine, they're just very light. So plenty of fondant on these, and it's probably going to be a case of a weekly visit for these.
To pass that to Daddy.
Thank you very much. So girls, what have you been doing? You're feeding the bees. They have actually been helping. So I don't want to keep moaning about it in my back, but I'm in absolute tatters at the minute. But Vic's been chopping the fondant into decent blocks, and the girls have been fetching and carrying and helping me to put them on, haven't you, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed it? Do you like your new bee suit? Do you like your new bee suit? What colour is it, Edie?
It's green.
It's not green. What colour is it? Is it pink?
Pink.
It's pink, yeah.
Yeah, my
But,
colour.
don't come here, love, because your hats fell over your eyes. Never work with kids or animals. But, to be fair, we've been on about getting these suits for a bit. Just because, otherwise, when they sat in the car, they're just mothering to death just to come and help. So, all those gloves are sticky, Edie. So yeah, they're just Ada, you're gonna fall down the hill. So it's nice having them here. Wait, I'm not gonna lie, you know, we can get them to join in and experience everything and grow up with it, but at the same time it's almost a job that we don't need as well. So but yeah, they're all fed. I'm gonna have to come weekly now. Couple, what have we got? I think 3 dead outs within this apiary of nukes, and we've got another 50-60 nukes just down the road. Another local site that I need to put some feed on. Obviously we'll have a little quick nosy. We're not cracking any lids or anything that's like that. Obviously just peering down. When we put the little bung in the BS feeders, we're just having a little look, see what's in there.
Look up at Daddy's camera, smile.
What a difference a week makes. So we were in Liverpool last week saying it was 11 degrees and totally uncharacteristic for the season and everything else, and now we're in -2. So So it feels like -5 according to the weather report, but gorgeous morning. I don't mind being out when it's like this, to be fair, nice and crisp. So again, we're just feeding, so brought some eeks out with us and some more fondant, and it's just a case of still getting around bees, still getting fondant on. So our longer term viewers will know exactly where I am now. So those wheel ruts just down the track there, that's what I did. So I'm forever getting stuck on this track, that's why I'm certainly not going to attempt it with those tyres. So it'll be a case of walking down. I'm going to grab some tubs of fondant and we're just going to stick some on the hives down here, because I ain't spending an hour. I've actually been talking to Mark, but still I ain't going asking him to pull me out yet again. Just don't. Beyond the joke. I know I said I wasn't going to drown the field, but I have loads of empty boxes, empty supers there, and I didn't want to handball them all the way across the field, and I watered it, and it obviously I've lost a bit of weight. It doesn't seem that soft. Chuffed now when I bring back. Right, he's going to pull me backwards. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but the 2 helicopters went over. They're the 2 SAS Dolphin helicopters. So they've been doing some night exercises around the local area over this past week. They were seeing fast roping on top of a building in Southport the other night. Right, Mike's worried about ripping my mud guards off. So to be honest, that's the least of my worries. Easy goes it, right, there we go. And we're going. I thought there will be some of you who think I've done it on purpose again. Believe me, I love this truck. The last thing I'd want to do would be get it stuck in this field yet again. I'm a little bit worried as well. I don't think you meant tow 4x4s like I say. Or autos, sorry. Did I wake you up? Was you having a siesta? He's shy. Thanks, mate. You're a legend. Again. Alright, can rub it in. So if you need Max recovery service, I'll put his number on bottom of the page. Oh, you're a star, mate. Thank you very much. Now you go back to your sleep now.
Thank you.
Oh, he's a legend as well. Felt sorry for me, so he's brought me some mince pies. Ah, we're back on the road now. Right, up the road to Miles. It's another delivery to Hawksmoor in town. And all the Liverpool's all decorated up now for ready for Christmas. The Ivy's got their decorations up. So whilst I'm in town, I'm just going to stick some fondant on top of the L1Bs as well whilst I'm here. Quite quiet town, to be fair. I don't know why I call it town. Everybody calls it town. It's a city, but I know. That's the bees fed. That's Hawksmoor delivered. So head home now. What time are we on? Just before 3. Try and get out to Liverpool before the traffic starts building up and go and get this truck unloaded. And then tomorrow, I've got loads of jarring and stuff to do as normal. Market prep, because we're at Mrs. Dawson's farm for the next Christmas market. So it's something a little bit different. So I've just done my very first podcast. So a Lancashire Lass is the name, Lucy, on Spotify. And she obviously podcasts with local Lancashire businesses. And yeah, just done a first one. A little bit weird. It was good, to be fair. So I'll let you know when that's coming out. I think it's next year at some point. So by the time it's all edited up and everything else like that. So yeah, spot a lunch and then go and get the stuff ready for this weekend's markets.